Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I am back as promised with my beach journal, which I may call the Mermaid Tail Journal because the front cover is going to be this mermaid tail. Come on along. So I did get up early this morning, and oh, look who just came in. Where was I? Oh, got up early this morning, and I finished making the decal edges, and they'll look really nice when I get some color on there. And then I sewed in 2 signatures with 6 sheets in each, so I used 12 sheets, and I used 12 different sheets, and I showed them in my video yesterday. Isn't that pretty? Love these summer colors. Figure better get it done before I start the fall stuff, right? And I love the fall color. Hi. I love the fall colors, but I have lots of beach journaling to do. And today, I'm going to paint the mermaid tail and add it to the front. And I may not add anything else on there but the mermaid tail. I'm thinking about just keeping the cover kind of simple. I have 2 layers of material on there. It's very shiny. Yeah, you can see that. Look how shiny it is. So I might not cover it up. I might just leave it the way it is. The inside is all decorated very nicely on both inside, front, and end pages. And those are not pockets, those are belly bands. Usually I do make pockets. So I think this will be the last step on the cover. And then I am going to go ahead and try and get some of the beach journaling done. Maybe not in this video because I'm going to spend some time painting. But now it's time to go that way over to the table where I've laid out a bunch of paints, sort of push the mess aside, and plop paints down in the middle. Okay, I am spraying just plain water on these colors. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. These are pearlescent and metallic colors. This was a gift from Dolores. I'll let those get juicy. These are my golden. Same company that makes golden acrylics makes these Quar watercolors. I kind of like that yellow green and that turquoise. But I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. And these are my Winsor Newton in case I need some more greens. And this is some old, what's this? I don't know what that is. Iridescent watercolors like the green and the blue. I know that's kind of like a bluish green or a darker blue. And what was in here? I don't know, I just pulled out these little watercolor sets. July is watercolor month. Ooh, that is really pretty there. Looks like blues and greens. You know, sometimes I put out colors I'm going to use and there's some left and I stick them in a baggie and I throw them in the drawer. And then I forget why I use them. But with watercolors, even though you have these dried lumps, all you have to do is spray it with a little water, let them juice up a little bit, and you can use them. When you're using acrylics, once they're out of the tube and they dry up, they go in the trash. Nothing you can do with them. So that's one benefit of watercolors. Oh, and I took out this gold Schmecky pale gold. This is gouache, which is like an opaque watercolor. You see the gold in there. I'm thinking after I get colors on, I might paint some gold on there, but not really sure. I have 3 of these. Should I paint all of them? Should I do each one different? Should I do them all the same? Not sure. All right, let me get some watercolor brushes. This is one of my faves. I can't find these anywhere and they're so old I can't even see what they were. Okay, they're Lowell Cornell Ultra Round. They're the ones with the red stripe. This is a 6 and this is an 8. And I had a 10 somewhere. But I love the Ultra Rounds, the ones with the red stripe. And I just can't find them anywhere. So if you've seen them, let me know. Okay, I'm thinking for this part, I might want to go with this color. Let me get a scrap paper here. Okay. Seems like a good fishy color. Color of seaweed. Problem is here, I got some turquoise in there. And turquoise is opaque, and I want this to be a little translucent. This is a green gold. Should I zoom in? But when I zoom in, I always forget to zoom out. Let me see. Okay, so don't move that, and I'll be just fine. All right, I'm going to try this green gold on here as the first layer anyway. I might put the shimmer on top of it. But this is pretty much a translucent color. Okay, I'm going to let that soak into the wood. I did not prep this with gesso or anything, so the watercolors will be soaking right into the wood. I might put something iridescent over that. Okay, spin that around so that side can dry. Am I in frame? Yes, I am. Ah, decisions. What do I want to put on here? What color is this? Well, it's a dirty color. Okay, well. How about one of these? How about this one? That's kind of pretty. Now, am I going to paint each scale a different color? And I am going to put the gold, so I'm going to try and stay away, although the water, when it soaks in with the watercolor, does run a bit on the wood. I'm not worried about that. I don't think I'm going to paint the side either. But I am going to go over this with some kind of iridescent paint. Well, maybe I should just do like one green, one purple. One with different colors. Towel. To be kind of cool, you'll see kind of the wood grain texture through the paint. Well, until I put the shimmery on, but it kind of gives it texture. Now, should I get lighter as I go this way? So many things to think about. I could go very light up here, just like gets darker down that way. This one should be a little darker though. That might give it an interesting look. Maybe I should have made a plan before I started. But you know, if I wait for me to make a plan, I might never get started. So just gotta go with it. Mr. Possum's out working in the yard. If you hear a lot of noise, that's my clock. We need rain. We're in a drought. And most of the rain that's come has passed us right by. As the weather comes from the west, and we live on the eastern side of the state, and it fizzles out before it gets here. Which means I have to go out and water the garden. Alright, I'm just going to speed this up. Well, I went off camera and finished 2 of them because I really wasn't certain like where I was going with them, but I think they came out really nice. And it has many, many layers of colors and shimmers and gold. I don't know if I can get that to shimmer. But it also has different colors. So this was the turquoise, and I did use, I believe I used this one and this one. These are iridescent green and blue. And I think I used a little bit of these over here. And then I used the Schmecky Gold gouache. So it's really got depth of color and shine. But I love it. I love it. Now this one I painted pink and then realized I have no pink iridescent colors. I did have red, orange, and yellow. So the base on this one is actually pink with the green gold on the tail. And then there's layers of yellow, orange, and red shimmer. And then of course with the gold gouache. But I think they have, I don't know if it's coming across, but they have a really nice depth of color and shine and sparkle. So this one has a touch of purple. I was thinking of peacock when I was doing this one. So these are really pretty. So I did not count the layers, but I want to do that just for fun. Keep track of the layers as I do this last purple one. So this is what the first layer looks like, and it's just some of the watercolor. This is purple, a little darker around the edge, a little lighter in the middle, and the green gold tail. So I'm just going to jot down layer number 1, watercolor. Okay. So I'm going to put these aside, but not too far, so I need to look at them. And maybe I will zoom in a little bit anyway. How's that? How's that? Where's my pen? Okay, keep it there. Well, Mr. Possum went to get the mail on his tractor. He'll be back in a minute. So the base is purple, so I have purple and blue and green. And I have this green and I have this blue, and I don't know what this one is. I'm not sure what this one is. I don't know. Maybe it's a mix of light and dark, and it looks like there's a little knob of red in there. This is a darker blue maybe. Okay, so next layer is going to be it's going to be I think the purple. I'm going to put some of this purple on here and see how that looks. Trying not to get too much paint into where I have to put the gold. Although with this wood, when the wood absorbs the watercolor, it kind of spreads it out a little bit, but do the best I can. So this is only the first layer of iridescent. Now see how that one is much darker than that one. I want darker along the edge more. Like that, maybe. Mr. Possum just drove by the house in his tractor. He's probably going down to the end of the street, which is just a dirt road, not really a street. He says it charges up the battery in the tractor. This one really ran into the gold area, much more than the other two did. I guess it's the way they cut it on the machine, which way the wood grain is going. The color seems to follow the wood grain. So see, when I start off, I have no idea what it's going to look like when it's done. Each one is different. Okay, I'm just going to put a little light shine in the middle. Oops, that's too heavy. Too heavy to start with. We could always go darker after. A little bit of a different purple than that first purple, but that's okay. It's going to be hard to see those lines with this one. I can see that already. Okay, so now we're going to start mixing colors here. And I think I'm going to go with the blue on top of the purple. You know how you look at a fish in the light, sometimes the scales reflect all different colors. I'm probably going to dry this. It's getting really wet already. Oh, this one's going to be dark. Ooh, this is going to be dark, dark, dark. I don't know if I can get some of that off of there. Oh, it's just going to be dark, that's all. Okay, on the tail, I did bunch of different layers on the other two. I think purple, I think I'll start with the yellow and just cover the whole thing in the yellow for now. I might put some blue in the middle there after. Okay, so layer number 2, little sparkly paint. Okay, I just dried it a little bit there. I'm not sure. Let's see how green would look on top of purple. Now you gotta be careful not to make mud. Mixing certain colors together make mud. So I'm starting to get some depth of color there with the blue and the purple. So this will be number 3, more of the same. Let's see, is this lighter? What I did in the other ones, I put a different color up in the peak. But wow, this one, the other ones are much easier to do. Of course, I did those off camera. Because for some reason, this purple is really spreading out into where I have to put the gold. Like that. Second layer always looks a little better. Brush is too wet. What I can do is paint the gold, and then if I've missed any of the spots, I can go back and do some more there. Okay, now those are starting to look like scales. Looking a little three-dimensional. Let's leave that alone for a few minutes. And I'm not sure what color to put over the green gold on this one. Ooh, maybe some of this green over here. Okay, let's see. Back to this. I like how that blue looks. It kind of stands out. Which blue was it? Did I use that one or that one or that one? Was I using this one? This one's more opaque, I think, than the other one. Kind of sits on top better. Yeah. So this is actually, I'm down to number 4, which is more of the same. More. I think this blue is really making those scales pop out. And of course I put more blue. I'm going to put just a touch of green under the blue. Just a touch. And then I'm going to put one more purple. And then I'm going to dry it and start with the gold. Okay, I'm going to let this dry. Looking pretty good. Okay, layer 5. I just went over it a little bit with the heat gun, the heat tool. And see what this is going to look like. I could always come back and do some more on the colors. This is going to be really hard and it's going to take me a while. This is a different kind of gouache than I usually use. This is a powdered schmecky pale gold dry gouache. But it does not take much to paint anything. Yeah, it's going to be really hard. I got to find those lines. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint this just like I'm doing. Dry it a little bit and give it another coat. And then I'll come back and touch that up a little bit and work on the tail. Well, the last one came out way better than I thought it was going to, because I couldn't see the lines there for the to put the gold paint on. But I really like how it came out. I have the green, a little blue, a little purple, the gold around the scales, same colors on the tail. Everything shimmer and shiny. This one reminds me of a koi fish. And this one reminds me of a mermaid. And this one reminds me of a betta fish. Okay, now I have another problem. I like all of them. And I don't know which one to put on the front of the journal. I thought I was going to put this one, and I still might put that one. I know it sort of blends in with the colors, but I kind of like that. You can just about see the greens and purples in the background. I got a little purple, little turquoise on there, and some green. Or do I want to put this one? I know it's probably hard for you to see with all that shimmer and shine going on there. That one kind of really matches too. Or do I want something that just pops right out? I think I'll save this one for another page or another project. But I really do like it. So it's either this one or this one. And I think this one is the winner. Yay! Oh you know what? I was going to put a little tiny ribbon right there before I glue it down. Okay, now it is more decisions. I am leaning towards this light blue. Whoops. These are all things I got probably at a yard sale or the flea market or something. Yeah, somebody wrote on there, 2 for $1. Oh, I don't know what I paid for them. Probably 25 cents. Okay, now what I wanted to do, not sure what I wanted to do, but I thought since there was a hole there, might as well put it to some use. And maybe just put a bow there. I think the cat is banging at the door. Can you hear that? Boom, 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 boom. Let me in. She was just in here. She went out. Of course, now she wants to come back in. Okay, I just wanted a simple little bow with a long ribbon. Like that? Yeah, just like that. Okay, I'm going to use this stinky glue. Hold the wood down. There's just the empty one. One of these I think is almost empty. Oh, this still has some in it. Well, this was quite the project today. It took me quite a while to get all of these painted. I didn't think I was going to do all of them. I thought I was going to do one, but wound up doing more. Now this probably should be sealed with something. I'm not really sure what I would put over it. Maybe some kind of gloss medium. I don't want to ruin the look of it though. Okay, we gotta plop this down right about, we're just gonna eyeball right there. Let me hold this down for Remember I said never believe me. I'm thinking about putting a pearl on that bow. Just right where the knot is. And I think the glue will help hold that together. Put a big dot of glue there. Come on. There we go. Not too much is going to come out, right? Yep. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, now I wiped it off. Now I need a little more. Too little, too much, too little, too much. Oh, that's something else I do all the time. I drop the jewels on upside down. All right, try this again. Try this again. Oops. You know, pearls like in oysters from the sea. I wonder if that's going to stay. I don't know. All right, I have these from the Dollar Tree. I call these mermaid bubbles. But I really don't know if I want to add anything else to the cover. I might just leave it simple. I could always use these on the inside. I think that's it. Okay, so I did, Tuesday I did my trashy, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, made my beach journal. So now that's 4 days that I haven't actually journaled. So now I'm really far behind. So the next couple of videos I'm sure will be journaling. I will journal in this book. I will journal in this one for sure. And I might, oh, I know, I got Happy Mail. And it's for the steampunk. So maybe even Howard will make an appearance. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow because I want to open up my Happy Mail. I haven't done it yet. So stay tuned for tomorrow and I will open up that Happy Mail and get Howard the Steampunk Journal out. Thanks for coming along today. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.